Man, it always starts the same way. You're on the couch, half bored, phone in one hand, remote in the other, flipping through channels or scrolling through streaming menus. You're not looking for anything serious. You just want background noise while you scroll TikTok or pretend you're going to get up and fold laundry. Then, bam, you land on something chaotic, a pool party meltdown, someone crying in a bathroom confessional, some dude in neon board shorts screaming you disrespected me, at a woman wearing sunglasses indoors at midnight. And you think, all right, I'll watch for a minute, just to see what's going on. That's how they get you. That's the gateway hit. Reality TV has turned just one episode into a full-blown weekend hostage situation. They hit you with the weapons-grade cliffhangers, the ominous bass drop right before the commercial break, the slow zoom on someone's fake crying face, the suspense music stolen from a crime documentary, all for a storyline about who ate the last gluten-free muffin. Suddenly, you're not just watching. You're emotionally invested. You have opinions about these people. People whose names you didn't even know 15 minutes ago. You start saying things like, oh, I can't stand her. She's so fake, or wow, he's actually a decent guy. Everyone's just jealous. You're arguing out loud at the TV like you're part of the reunion episode. Your brain knows it's garbage, but your lizard brain is all, more drama, please. And the casting? Man, these producers know exactly what they're doing. It's like they're assembling the shittiest Justice League possible. There's always the one who cries every other scene, the one who exists solely to yell and throw drinks, the one who flirts with anyone just to create chaos, the one who plays both sides like betrayal is a sport, the one who's constantly confused but always in the middle of the drama, and the one who swears they're just here for the experience while secretly stirring the pot every chance they get. And they're never regular people. Nobody's watching a show where contestants argue over carpool schedules and home insurance premiums. No, they cast beautiful disasters. It's attractive enough to look good in slow-mo shots, unstable enough to explode over literally nothing. They throw them into an absurd house with free booze and zero responsibilities, and then just watch the fireworks. Before you know it, you're deep in the season. You know these strangers' relationship histories better than you know your own family tree. You've memorized their catchphrases. You're emotionally triggered when two people you've never met stop being friends. And the kicker, they're not even real people anymore. They're brands. Every argument, every tear, every hookup. It's all content for their post-show influencer career. Streaming has made it even worse. Back in the day, you had to wait a week between episodes, which at least gave your brain time to detox. Now, Netflix drops an entire season at once, and suddenly it's 4 a.m. And you're 12 episodes deep into watching strangers fight over a closet. Your neck is stiff, your snacks are gone, and your eyes look like you've been crying, even though it was them doing all the crying. And here's the sick part, you know it's trash while you're watching it. You're aware you're feeding your brain processed garbage, but you justify it. It's just my guilty pleasure. Nah, let's call it what it is. It's mental junk food, empty calories for your brain, designed to keep you coming back for more. And guilty pleasure is just a nice way of saying I know I'm rotting my brain, but damn it, it feels good. Reality TV knows exactly how to weaponize your curiosity. They bait you with a stupid argument. Next week, someone's going home after a shocking betrayal. And you're hooked because your brain is like, I have to know who betrayed who. You're in deep now, you're defending people you've never met like they're your cousins. You're replaying scenes in your head at work. You're reading Reddit threads about it instead of answering emails. The lowest point, when you catch yourself thinking, I think I'd be good on a reality show. No, you wouldn't. None of us would. They'd edit you into a villain by episode 2, and your mom would be leaving you voicemails like, sweetheart, why are you yelling at strangers on TV? But that's the genius of it. Reality TV isn't trying to make you smarter, it's trying to keep you watching. And it works. It's the IQ assassin. Not by sudden kill, but slow brain cell erosion. It doesn't stab you, it just slowly smothers your intelligence with fake tans, confessionals, and drunken karaoke nights in a rented mansion. And deep down, you love it. Because no matter how dumb it is, at least you're not them. Look, man, every reality TV show has a cast that feels less like a group of people and more like a box of mismatched action figures somebody dumped on the floor. It's like the producers went on a scavenger hunt for human cliches, then cranked each one up to 11. These folks don't just have personalities. They have gimmicks, like pro wrestlers who lost their ring and wandered into a luxury villa with a camera crew. You've got the hot mess express. The one who wakes up in full makeup, drinks champagne for breakfast, and still somehow looks like they've been hit by a small hurricane. They're the emotional volcano of the group. Every conversation is either them crying about how misunderstood they are or screaming at someone for not respecting their truth. If there's a table in the room, they're flipping it. If there's a drink in their hand, it's about to be thrown. Then there's Captain Alpha, the self-appointed leader who thinks they're running the show. Usually a gym rat with an ego bigger than their protein powder collection, they strut around the house barking orders, acting like they're managing a Fortune 500 company instead of a group of over-caffeinated influencers in a rented mansion. This person thrives on taking control, which in reality means starting drama and pretending it's leadership. Don't forget the snake in the grass. They're not loud, they're not flashy. They're sneaky. They sit in the corner, sipping their drink, collecting intel like they're in the CIA. They plant seeds of chaos and then watch the fallout like it's a private fireworks show. When the screaming starts, they're always just out of frame, smirking. Then we have the clueless sunshine, sweet, bubbly, and completely unaware of the nuclear-level drama going on around them. This is the person who's smiling in the background of an argument, holding a plate of nachos, because they just came for the free vacation. They accidentally stumble into other people's fights, make it worse, and then skip off. Without realizing, they just caused 3 people to stop speaking for the rest of the season. And of course, the flirt grenade. This one's here for one purpose: to flirt with anything that moves and blow up as many relationships as possible. They'll hit on your crush, your enemy, your roommate, maybe even your grandma if she stops by set. Their talent is pretending they're just being friendly while systematically detonating every couple in the house. But the producers don't stop at casting personalities. They create archetypes that need to clash. They'll make sure the loudest party animal shares a room with the quietest introvert. They'll stick 2 people who dated the same ex in the same kitchen. They'll put someone with anger issues next to someone whose idea of fun is pushing buttons until they snap. It's like human chemistry experiments with alcohol as the accelerant. And they're not even subtle about it. You can tell during those fake arrival scenes that they've been briefed on who to target. The introductions are barely over before the first strategic insult is thrown. It's not, "Hi, nice to meet you," it's, "Oh, so you're the one who thinks they're hot shit." Cute. These characters aren't acting. Not exactly. They're amplifying their worst traits because they know that's what gets screen time. If you're calm, rational, and well-adjusted, you disappear into the background. But if you're unhinged enough to start screaming over who moved your lip gloss, congratulations, you're now the star of the episode. And here's the wild part. We, the audience, eat it up. We pick favorites. We root for villains. We want the chaos because without it, the show is just a bunch of semi-attractive strangers sitting around being polite. Nobody's tuning in for that. We want the messy confessionals, the bathroom breakdowns, the "I'm not here to make friends" speeches. It's not just about watching people be ridiculous. It's about seeing exaggerated versions of traits we recognize. The introductions are barely over before the first strategic insult is thrown. It's not, "Hi, nice to meet you," it's, "Oh, so you're the one who thinks they're hot shit." Cute. These characters aren't acting. Not exactly. They're amplifying their worst traits because they know that's what gets screen time. If you're calm, rational, and well-adjusted, you disappear into the background. But if you're unhinged enough to start screaming over who moved your lip gloss, congratulations, you're now the star of the episode. And here's the wild part. We, the audience, eat it up. We pick favorites. We root for villains. We want the chaos because without it, the show is just a bunch of semi-attractive strangers sitting around being polite. Nobody's tuning in for that. We want the messy confessionals, the bathroom breakdowns, the "I'm not here to make friends" speeches. It's not just about watching people be ridiculous. It's about seeing exaggerated versions of traits we recognize. From real life, we all know a hot mess express. We've all met a Captain Alpha. We've been annoyed by a snake in the grass at work, charmed by a clueless sunshine at a party, or warned our friends about a flirt grenade at the bar. Reality TV just crams all of them into one house and gives them unlimited booze. And that's the trap. These people are absurd, but they're familiar. We get invested because they remind us of people we know, just dialed up to psychotic sitcom levels. You tell yourself you're watching for the human drama, but deep down, you're there for the train wreck. It's a morality buffet where you can point and laugh without having to deal with the fallout in your real life. By the time the season ends, you've gone through the full emotional cycle with them. You've hated them, loved them, rooted for them, turned on them, and maybe even forgiven them, all without ever meeting them in person. And the producers know it. That's why they bring the same types back every season, just with new names and slightly different hair. Because the formula works. It's the same meal reheated and served with a new garnish, and we keep coming back for seconds. The truth is, the cast of a reality show isn't just a bunch of randoms. They're weapons, carefully chosen, loaded with personality ammo, and aimed directly at our dopamine receptors. Every shout, every laugh, every dramatic exit down a hallway is part of the plan. And we, like idiots, line up every season to get hit again. Man, here's the dirty little secret about reality TV. Almost none of the drama is natural. Sure, sometimes people genuinely don't like each other, but 9 times out of 10, what you're watching is a puppet show. And the producers are the ones yanking the strings. You think those fights happen by coincidence? Hell no. These shows are basically giant social experiments run by evil scientists with clipboards and headsets. The producers don't just wait for something to happen. They engineer it. They lock people in a house, cut them off from the outside world, feed them endless alcohol, and then sit back like mad kings waiting for the peasants to fight over scraps. They'll take a perfectly normal conversation and twist it into a ticking time bomb. One person says, "I think she's nice." And suddenly in the confessional they're asked, "So when you said she was nice, what you really meant was fake, right?" I mean, you've noticed how she talks behind people's backs? Boom, seed planted. Then the producer runs down the hall to whisper to the other person, "Hey, she just called you fake." And guess what? That's how you get 2 fully grown adults screaming at each other over breakfast cereal. And don't even get me started on the mystery envelope or special twist. That's reality TV code for "we're about to ruin your day" for ratings. Maybe the twist is that someone's ex is moving into the house. Maybe it's that you have to vote out your roommate. Or maybe it's just something dumb like, "Today you'll all be chained together in pairs and forced to share one toothbrush." The point isn't the activity. It's the explosion of chaos it causes. Then there's the editing. Oh, the editing. These shows can make a saint look like a psychopath with a few clever cuts. Someone yawns during a conversation? Boom, splice it with a clip of another person talking about their deepest pain, and now that yawn looks like cold-blooded disrespect. Someone says, "I love you guys," but they cut it right after "I love," and suddenly it sounds like they're hitting on the person they swore they'd never touch. The confessional interviews are pure manipulation too. That's where producers plant ideas like, "Don't you think she's been a little shady lately?" Or, "Do you feel like you're carrying the team?" They ask leading questions that stir resentment and then get those juicy sound bites for later. And guess what? The cast eats it up because they think, "Ooh, I'm going to get more screen time if I say something spicy." And it works. Every single time. Because these people are living in a pressure cooker. No phones, no internet, no escape, just the same damn faces 24/7. Even the calmest, most level-headed person will eventually snap, and the producers are right there to catch it, or more accurately, cause it. There's also the alcohol factor. Ever notice how the biggest blow-ups happen at night? Yeah, that's not magic. That's open bar manipulation. The producers know that after 6 tequila shots, that little comment from earlier in the day suddenly becomes World War II-eye in the kitchen. People start yelling, throwing things, crying in the bathroom, and all of it makes great TV. One of the oldest tricks in the book is the forced proximity setup. Put 2 people who hate each other on the same team. Make exes share a bed. Assign mortal enemies to cook dinner together. The whole point is to create situations where drama is unavoidable. And when it finally happens, they make sure you see it from 10 different camera angles with dramatic music in the background. Even the romances are manufactured half the time. Producers will encourage hookups because nothing keeps viewers coming back like a messy love triangle. They'll push people together, suggest dates, create romantic situations like hot tub nights or candlelit dinners. But the real magic is when that romance goes south. Then you've got jealousy, betrayal, and screaming matches that can last the rest of the season. And for the record, when you see someone storming out dramatically, half the time they were told to do that. Or they tried to leave, but a producer blocked the door and said, "Wait, can you walk out again slower this time so we can get the shot?" Even the exits are staged. Look, I'm not saying every single thing is fake. I'm saying it's controlled. The emotions might be real in the moment, but they've been poked, prodded, and pushed into existence. It's like feeding a tiger raw meat and then acting surprised when it roars. You built the cage, you picked the tiger, you threw in the meat. Of course it's going to go off. And here's the messed up part. We, the audience, love it. We know it's manipulated, but we don't care. We're not tuning in for realism, we're tuning in for chaos. We want to watch people lose their shit over nothing. We want to feel superior while also secretly enjoying the fact that, yeah, maybe we'd snap too if we were locked in a house with these lunatics for 3 months. So the producers keep doing it. Bigger twists, crazier stunts, wilder casting choices. Because every season the bar gets higher or lower, depending on how you look at it. And we keep rewarding them with our attention. At the end of the day, reality TV isn't a reflection of reality. It's a funhouse mirror, distorted, exaggerated, and designed to make us laugh, gasp, or yell at the screen. It's entertainment, not truth. And the producers? They're not storytellers. They're chaos conductors, orchestrating symphonies of stupidity for our viewing pleasure. And honestly, they're really fucking good at it. Man, let's be real. The reason reality TV keeps thriving isn't because it's high art or groundbreaking storytelling. It's because it's like junk food for the brain. You know it's bad for you, you know it's loaded with bullshit, but damn it, you can't stop eating it. And like any addiction, it starts small. You tell yourself, I'll just watch one episode. Next thing you know, it's 3 a.m., you've watched an entire season in one sitting, and you're emotionally invested in whether a 25-year-old bartender from Miami gets eliminated from a dating show. Reality TV is designed to hook you the same way slot machines hook gamblers. All flashy intros, dramatic teasers, constant cliffhangers. The previously on segment is like the first hit. It reminds you of all the chaos you just witnessed, stirs the emotions back up, and makes you need the next dose. Then they hit you with the mid-episode drama, just enough to get your blood pumping. And finally, the end-of-episode cliffhanger is like slamming the door shut right when shit's about to go down. You have to watch the next one. And it's not just the shows themselves. It's the culture around them. Social media has turned reality TV into a 24/7 experience. You're not just watching, you're tweeting, posting memes, arguing with strangers about who's the real villain. Of the season, you've got Reddit threads with people analyzing body language like they're CIA interrogators. Instagram fan pages posting iconic moments. TikTok edits turning 2 seconds of someone rolling their eyes into a trending sound. It's insane. The networks know exactly what they're doing. They deliberately drop episodes at times that maximize hype. They leak accidental spoilers to stir up online fights. They send cast members on press tours where they accidentally say something controversial. Every bit of it is part of the marketing machine. The more people talk about it, the more people tune in. And once you're in, it's hard to get out. Part of the addiction is that reality TV makes you feel involved. You start picking sides. You have your contestant, your couple, your villain. You feel personally attacked when they lose, and you feel vindicated when they win. It's sports for people who don't like sports. There's no ball, no scoreboard, but there's still competition, rivalry, and the thrill of victory or the agony of defeat. And the producers? They weaponize relatability. They cast people who represent certain archetypes. The underdog, the bitchy queen, the lovable idiot, the misunderstood villain. You find yourself identifying with some of them, even if you hate others. That emotional investment is the hook. It's why you can't stop watching. You're not just watching strangers, you're watching exaggerated versions of people you've met in real life. That girl from your office who always starts drama? She's on this show, but with better lighting. That guy who can't shut up about himself. He's a contestant too, except now he's wearing glitter and crying in a hot tub. The guilty pleasure part is funny because Let's face it, nobody actually feels guilty. They just say it so they don't sound like trash when they admit they watch 5 different dating shows. Oh, it's my guilty pleasure. No, Karen, you love that shit. You know the cast members' names, their hometowns, and probably their zodiac signs. You're not watching ironically, you're invested. And here's the genius part. Reality TV is low effort. You don't have to pay attention like you would with a complicated drama. You can scroll your phone, fold laundry, cook dinner, and still follow what's going on because the editing beats you over the head with what's important. They'll replay the same dramatic moment 3 times from 3 angles. They'll add slow motion, dramatic zoom-ins, and over-the-top sound effects just in case you missed it. It also taps into our love of schadenfreude, the joy of watching other people fail, cry, or embarrass themselves. Seeing someone else's life fall apart on camera makes you feel a little better about your own. It's a safe way to indulge in judgment without real consequences. You can yell at the screen, call someone an idiot, and feel morally superior, all from the comfort of your couch. And for all the complaining people do about how fake it is, the truth is, we like that too. If it were truly real, half the episodes would be boring as hell. Nobody wants to watch people doing dishes quietly or having polite conversations. We want train wrecks. We want absurd plot twists. We want to see someone throw wine in another person's face over something petty. The fakery is part of the fun. Reality TV also taps into FOMO, fear of missing out. Everyone's talking about the latest shocking elimination or the scandalous hookup, and you don't want to be the only one who doesn't know what happened. It's water cooler gossip on steroids. Even if you weren't planning to watch, the hype drags you in. Fine, I'll watch 1 episode just to see what everyone's talking about. Congratulations, you're hooked. And the crazy thing? It's a renewable addiction. There's always another season, another spin-off, another All-Stars edition where they bring back the most chaotic people from past seasons to cause even bigger messes. You never really quit, you just take short breaks between binges. The guilty pleasure becomes part of your routine. You look forward to it, you plan around it. You start sentences with, I know it's trash, but, and deep down you don't care. Because in a world full of stress, deadlines, and serious problems, there's something comforting about turning on the TV and watching a group of idiots argue over who left the milk out. It's mindless, it's messy, it's manipulative, and it's addictive as hell. Which is exactly why reality TV isn't going anywhere. As long as there's an audience that craves drama without consequences, these shows will keep serving it up. And we'll keep eating it bite after chaotic bite. Man, here's the brutal truth. Reality TV hasn't just entertained us, it's rewired our brains. It's shaped the way people talk, the way they act, and the way they think they need to present themselves to the world. It's turned life into one long audition. And the worst part, most people don't even realize it's happening. We used to value privacy. Now, privacy is for losers. Thanks to reality TV, oversharing is a career move. Everyone's trying to have a moment. That one clip that goes viral, the perfect soundbite, the explosive reaction that gets turned into a meme. It doesn't matter if it's authentic or staged, if it gets attention, it's a win. People now speak in catchphrases like they're auditioning for Bravo or MTV. They've studied how to do that slow, exaggerated head turn, that fake gasp, that perfect drink throw. It's like we've all become unpaid extras in a never-ending low-budget drama. And then there's the ego inflation. Reality TV gave everyone the false belief that they're the main character in life's movie. And everyone else is just a supporting role. Social media only poured gasoline on that fire. People curate their Instagram feeds like reality show confessionals, complete with dramatic captions, staged candid photos, and that smug look that says, I'm the star of my own season, bitch. Even mundane life events get reality TV treatment. Someone gets a new haircut, and suddenly they're making TikToks like it's a big reveal episode. We've also normalized the most toxic shit imaginable. Backstabbing, manipulation, lying through your teeth, all presented as playing the game. We've watched enough of it to internalize the idea that being fake is not only acceptable, it's a strategy. People defend it too, it's just how you win. Cool. So now we've taken cutthroat competition from a show about strangers on an island and imported it into our actual relationships. Congratulations, trust issues are now a lifestyle, It's made everyone hyper-aware of their image. No one just lives anymore, they perform. We've got influencers who weren't even on reality TV acting like they're on reality TV. They create drama out of nothing because they know drama is currency. They pick fights in comment sections, they post cryptic tweets, they make passive-aggressive Instagram stories, all to keep the audience engaged. And when you call them out, they just say, "I'm being real." No, you're being a manufactured mess. And don't even get me started on how reality TV has lowered the collective attention span. Everything has to be quick, punchy, and full of manufactured tension. If a conversation doesn't have a dramatic twist every 15 seconds, people check out. We've trained ourselves to expect emotional fireworks at all times. Boring but real moments. The stuff actual relationships, friendships, and families are built on gets skipped over because they don't trend. This culture bleeds into dating too. You've got people treating relationships like reality show arcs. They need plot twists to keep things interesting. They'll create problems just so they can have the dramatic makeup moment. They'll talk about their love life to their followers like they're recapping last night's episode. And God forbid something actually private happens. Nope, they'll drop a vague "you'll find out soon" teaser to keep their audience hooked. The worst fallout? People actually think they can solve real-life problems the way reality TV contestants do. You can't fix a marriage with a 2-minute apology montage and some emotional music. You can't build lifelong friendships by scheming against each other and then hugging it out in the finale. But reality TV has made that the template. Conflict resolution in real life now looks like shouting, walking away, and coming back for one last dramatic confrontation. It's also created this weird hierarchy of fame where actual skill or talent doesn't matter. You don't need to sing, act, write, or do anything remotely productive. You just need to be outrageous enough for people to remember you. The more chaotic, the better. We've got people who became famous because they cried loudly on a beach once, and now they've got brand deals. Whole careers are built on nothing but a moment. And because it's possible, everyone thinks they can do it. Cue thousands of people trying to go viral by acting like unhinged reality TV contestants in everyday life. Even politics has caught the reality TV bug. Debates aren't about policy, they're about who can deliver the sickest burn or the most meme-able facial expression. The leaders act more like contestants trying to win confession cam time than actual public servants. The line between celebrity and politician has completely blurred, and reality TV greased that slope. And don't forget, reality TV thrives on conflict, which means it subtly teaches us to seek it out. If life is too calm, we think something's wrong. We've been conditioned to believe drama is normal and peace is boring. People now feel uncomfortable without a constant stream of chaos in their lives, so they manufacture it. They stir shit up in friendships, workplaces, families, anywhere they can, just to feel that reality show rush. It's warped our values too. Instead of admiring people for kindness, intelligence, or skill, we admire them for being good TV. That means the loudest, pettiest, most unhinged personalities get rewarded, while actual decent people fade into the background. In the real world, this translates into rewarding bad behavior because it's entertaining. We basically turned life into one big ratings contest. And sure, some people will argue, it's just TV, it doesn't affect me. But that's bullshit. It affects all of us, whether we watch it or not, because it's changed the culture we live in. The tropes, the behaviors, the obsession with attention, it's everywhere. From high school cliques to corporate offices, people are playing reality TV without cameras. So yeah, reality TV might have started as harmless fun, but it's left a huge dent in how we interact with each other. It's turned authenticity into a performance, normalized manipulation, and made drama a daily necessity. And as long as we keep rewarding that behavior with views, likes, and followers, it's only going to get worse. Because here's the cold, ugly truth: the IQ assassin isn't the show itself. It's what the show teaches us to be. And once enough people start living like reality TV contestants, the whole damn world becomes the show. No cameras needed, we're already acting.